believe, but I guess it was about 7-ish years back. I remember hearing about this LaSalle basketball point guard from Lexi when they first started calling. I distinctly recall a time when me, Lexi, and Haley were sitting in Lexi's room in the old house, and she was telling us how he slid into the DMs on Instagram because she randomly stalked him and apparently liked what she saw enough to like all of his pictures. We're way to fall in love, but who would have thought Instagram is the reason we're all here today? Anyways, April 3rd, 2021 rolls around, and I'm like begging my mom to let me go to the lake with my good friend Ellie. And she's like, I know you stay back today, so I really don't think anything of it. So 4 o'clock comes around, and I get called out of the kitchen, and my mom, dad, and Haley are all staring at me. And my mom's words were like, in 2 hours, we're having a big-ass party, because CJ is proposing to Lexi. So I'm like jumping up and down, like, Haley, can you believe this shit? Like, yeah. And Haley's like, yeah, I've known for weeks. We just had to tell you so you could help decorate. So I'm like, all right, screw you all. So I see CJ after the proposal that night at my house at the engagement party. And I don't know if you remember this, CJ, but your exact words to me were, I'm sorry, Sam, I didn't think you could keep it a secret. It's really ironic that you, of all people, didn't think I could keep a secret, because I've kept this one all these years about what I heard one night when Mom and Dad were in town and you guys were having a little sleepover. The way he treated me and Haley, how polite he was to all our family, and how he was just so genuine. And I got to liking him pretty quickly, since really all we ever did were Goldtop ice cream trips and Scouring dates. And pretty soon after a while, I knew CJ was going to be a big part of my life for a long time. He's a blessing to all of the Hoffmans. And he quickly became one of my biggest supporters. He was always one of the first people to reach out for a big game, or even something so little like a small test at school. You always gave me a good luck text. There's nothing more I love than spending Friday nights at LaSalle watching you play your heart out every game. I aspired to be the basketball player you were. And while that never came close to happening, I still aspired to be that good. I remember a Friday night you lost against Elder. I'm sorry to bring it up. But my family went to grab pizza because it was a late night, and we pull up, and Mr. Fleming and CJ pull up right next to us in the car. And me and my mom are trying to get their attention, like, what up, guys? A good game? And Lexi's like, do not look, like, avoid all eye contact. And we're like, Lexi, it's not that deep. Like, let's say hi. But we quickly learned that to CJ, a loss wasn't that deep. So, anyways, I always wanted an older brother, and I knew I would never get one with Haley. So Lexi was my only hope. And I'm so grateful God chose it to be you, CJ.
Did she really just say that?
Alright, Lexi. Growing up. I know. Alright, Lexi, growing up, you pissed me off. Mom always said it was because we were so far apart in age, but I think it's mostly because you're a little bit of a Karen. But then you got to an age where you realized you weren't my mom, and then I got to an age where I realized that everything you did was out of love, even if it did piss me off. I looked up to you since we were just little girls. I admired every little thing about you, and I think I copied just about everything you did too. You have one of the biggest hearts out of anyone I know, considering you did just about everything for me growing up. Like give me a ride somewhere, boy advice, or even during some hard times, you were the first person there to guide me through it. You are by far my biggest role model. If there's anyone I want to be like when I'm older, it's definitely you. Your hard work ethic, kind, sensitive heart, and old soul is one of a kind. And I think just about everyone agrees when I say you two are good for each other. All right, now a happy story. I'm a little emotional. All right. Okay, so a few weeks back, we were at the Garth Brooks concert tailgate. And we show up, and CJ is feeling himself from all the white claws he was putting down. In fact, I had Mr. Brenner come up to me, and he was like, I've never seen CJ drunk. I just saw him and his buddies shotgunning some seltzers over there. Man, do they know how to party. So we're about an hour into tailgating, and I overhear CJ saying to my boyfriend, Jimmy, he's like, his exact words were, listen, man, I know I act all tough around Mr. Hoffman, but he scares the living shit out of me. CJ goes on to say, he's the only guy I know that can drink 30 Miller Lights and not get drunk.
Truth. So true.
But CJ, it will please you to know that my dad adores you with his whole heart, which is difficult to do with a severed father and of 3 girls like B. Hall. But on the other hand, my mom has always loved CJ because my mom's pride and joy in life is her sweet, amazing, the girl that made her a mom, Lexi. So congratulations, CJ, you are now officially the 2nd favorite child. No, but really, let's all raise our glass. You two are a perfect example of a beautiful couple, and I wish you a hell of a life together. Cheers to CJ and Lexi Coleman.